Alright, Pretender here, back with another Honkai Star Rail video. And today I'm here with the full build guide for Ruan Mei, who is going to be rerunning on the first part of 2.3 alongside the new 5-star character Firefly. Ruan Mei has already practically been one of the queens of Star Rail, and now she's going to see a lot more value with the new break beta, being the best in slot teammates for Boothill and also Firefly. So just like my other videos, this is going to run you through Ruan Mei's kit, her best Lightcones, best Relics, and Relic stats you want. And yeah, that's all I gotta say before I get to the video. Drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon for more videos like this. I do plan on having a build guide for every single 2.3 character. Firefly is now out, you can check on the channel. You are now watching Ruan Mei. Full build guide for Jade will be out soon, and same with Argenti. And yep, let's get straight into the video. So Ruan Mei is a ice character following the path of Harmony. Her basic attack deals ice damage equal to 100% of Ruan Mei's attack to a single target enemy. Her skill grants you this buff called Overtone that lasts for 3 turns. What Overtone does is increases all allies' damage by 32% and also increases their weakness break efficiency by 50%. And the duration of Overtone does reduce by 1 at the start of Ruan Mei's every turn. Now for her ultimate deploys a field that lasts for 2 turns and the duration reduces by 1 at the start of Ruan Mei's turn. Inside the field, all allies all-type res 10 increases by 24% and attacks apply a debuff called Rebloom. What the Rebloom debuff does is whenever someone recovers from weakness break, the debuff triggers and extends the weakness break duration. The action delay is calculated equal to 20% of Ruan Mei's break effect plus 10%, and it also deals break damage equal to 50% of Ruan Mei's ice break damage when it does trigger. You also cannot reapply her Rebloom debuff until they are recovered from that weakness break. For her talent gives all your allies 10% speed except herself, and when anyone breaks an enemy's weakness, Ruan Mei deals break damage equal to 120% of her ice break damage. For her technique gives her the ability to activate her skill at the start of the next battle without using a skill point. In Simulated Universe or Divergent Universe, anyone attacking an enemy while the technique is active will be regarded as attacking their weakness type, and will reduce their toughness regardless of the weakness type. When breaking weakness, you trigger the weakness break effect corresponding to the attacker's type. For every blessing, by the way, it does stack up to 20 times, so it's not infinite. Additionally increases the toughness reduction of that attack by 100%. After you break an enemy's weakness, you deal additional break damage equal to 100% of Ruan Mei's ice break damage. For her bonus traces, her A2 increases break effect by 20% for all allies. Her A4, Ruan Mei regenerates 5 energy at the start of her turn. And her A6, in battle, for every 10% of Ruan Mei's break effect that exceeds 120%. Her skill additionally increases all damage by 6% up to a maximum of 36%. If you guys don't remember, her skill did already increase damage by 32%. With this, you can get up to a 36% additional damage dealt bonus. With those two together, you can get up to a 68% damage dealt increase. For her Eidolons, first Eidolon, when the ult is active, the damage dealt by anyone ignores 20% of the target's defense. Your second Eidolon, with Ruan Mei on the field, all allies increase their attack by 40% when dealing damage to the enemies with weakness break. Her fourth Eidolon, when any enemy target's weakness is broken, Ruan Mei gains 100% break effect for 3 turns. And her final Eidolon, her ultimate field's duration increases by 1, so it's now 3 turns, and the talent's break damage multiplier additionally increases by 200%. Now moving on to her best Lightcones. The best Lightcone you can give her is her own signature Lightcone. What it does is it gives you a 60% increase to break effect, and anytime the wearer, in this case Ruan Mei, uses her ultimate, all allies gain a 24% damage increase for 3 turns. And if the wearer does have 150% break effect or higher, 1 skill point will be recovered. Meaning, if you do just have 150% break effect or higher on the wearer, any ultimate you do use will recover a skill point. And at the start of each wave, all allies regenerate 10 energy immediately. So this Lightcone is just very good in all fronts. Giving Ruan Mei a 60% stat stick to break effect is already really good on its own. Using her ultimate gives your entire team a 24% damage increase, and you can also recover a skill point per ultimate usage. The 10 energy provided on the last part of the Lightcone is a nice little bonus as well. The next best Lightcone you can use on Ruan Mei is Memories of the Past. Since it is a 4-star, I will display it as 5. Memories of the Past gives you a 56% break effect stat stick, so almost as much as the signature Lightcone gives. And anytime the wearer attacks, additionally regenerates 8 energy. So this Lightcone is very good for mainly the fact that it gives you a big break effect increase, and it also does help you with energy, because anytime you do attack, you gain 8 energy, which is going to be really good for having uptime on her ultimate. Now another great Lightcone on her is actually a 3-star, and that is Mesh and Cogs. Since again, it is a 3-star this time, I'm going to also display it as 5. And what it does is anytime the wearer attacks or gets hit, additionally regenerates 8 energy. So it's like a weaker version of Memories of the Past, but if you don't have either of the signature Lightcone or Memories of the Past, you can use this to help you with energy, which is going to help you with ult uptime. Now moving on to her best relic sets, Ruan Mei is relatively flexible being a support character, so there are a few options you can actually do. The most common one is running 2-piece of Hackerspace for the 6% speed, and combining that with either 2-piece of the Thief set for the 16% break effect, or 2-piece of the Watchmaker for the 16% break effect. Having 2-piece and 2-piece of these gives you the best of both worlds because Ruan Mei does want a lot of break effect, and she also does want a good amount of speed. So getting the speed from the Hackerspace and getting the break effect from the Watchmaker or Thief set gives you the best of both worlds. If you are running Ruan Mei with someone like Boothill or Firefly, you can actually switch this and do 4-piece of the Watchmaker set. The 4-piece, anytime using an Allspell on an ally, gives all allies 30% break effect for 2 turns. And as we do know, Boothill and Firefly, their main damage comes from break, so you want to have as much break effect on either or as possible, so this gives another additional 30%, which can be really good. Do note this cannot be stacked though, so if you are running Harmony Trailblazer or someone else, you can't have 2 of the same effects because the effects cannot stack. Assuming you can hit the amount of break effect you need through substats alone, which I will get into in a second, you can also do 4-piece Hackerspace. The 4-piece, anytime using an Allspell on an ally, increasing all allies' speed by 12% for a turn, is also really nice, just giving everyone more speed. But again, you only want to do this if you are able to hit the amount of break effect that is recommended, which again, I will get into in a second when I do talk about the stats. Before these stats, the best planet ornaments you can do are just your generic support ones, so Ageless is going to be the best one in mind for this, because Ruan Mei is sort of the universal queen, and Aegis is probably the most universal support planet ornament you can use, giving max HP increased by 12%, so helping Ruan Mei with survivability, and when wear speed reaches 120 or higher, all allies attack increases by 8%. So most DPSs, practically every DPS in the game, can benefit from some attack percent, while there are some that might not benefit from crit stuff. To name a few, Aegis practically works with, again, any DPS. Only ones it doesn't really work for is Boothill, where the attack percent doesn't really matter. And it will also be beneficial on Firefly because more attack Firefly has, the more break effect it can give. So this can actually be really good for her as well. And then the other supportive option is Broken Keel. The reason I have Aegis above this is because not everyone can use crit damage in this game. Crit is not that important on the new break characters of Boothill and Firefly, and is also not really effective on the Dock characters where Ruan Mei is also really good with. Broken Keel gives 10% effect res, and when you do reach 30% or higher effect res, increases all allies crit damage by 10%. So it is a very nice bonus. If you are running her on a team with a DPS that wants to crit, then this becomes the best. Otherwise, just having Aegis so it's more universal is just another option you can have. And the last ornament I want to talk about is only if you are running her with the same type DPS, so mainly Jinglu in this situation, and that set would be Penacony. Providing a 5% increase to energy regeneration rate is helpful, and increasing damage by 10% for all other allies that are the same type as the wearer. So you would have to be an ice type to get the bonus from this planet ornament. And so if you're running her with someone like Jinglu mainly, or if you're based and you're using Yanqing still, then that's sort of where you want to use this one. Now for the main stats on the Relics, for the body, you do want to have HP percent or defense percent, mainly for survivability. There is nothing else that Ruan Mei can really use on this. For the feet, you want speed. For the orb, you want HP percent or defense percent for the same reasons I mentioned for the body. And for the link rope, it is advised you do energy regeneration rate, but if you can't hit the amount of break effect you need, you can use a break percent rope. And now for some stat recommendations, you want to make sure you have first at least 180% break effect to make use of her bonus traces to get the full damage dealt increase. So once you do hit 180% or higher break effect, you get the full increase from one of her bonus traces, and then you can focus on getting the speed to breakpoint. So the first main two you want to focus on for these substats is going to be enough break effect to get to 180% or higher, and also get enough speed to get 134 speed or breakpoint or higher. And then again, past that is just more break effect and any survivability stats, so HP, flat HP, HP percent, defense percent, flat defense, anything just to help her not get one shot. And yep, that is the full guide to Ruan Mei. Again, Ruan Mei, ever since she came out, has still just been at the top of the Harmony list, and is now seeing a lot more value with how good she is with Boothill and Firefly. Again, she was already good with literally every single team. She's going to get even better because she is the best in stuff for these break teams. So to anyone that might have skipped, let me know if you were going to be summoning for her. Me personally, I already have her with the Lightcone, but I'm going to be going for that E1 for the more ignored defense. I do definitely regret not getting it on the initial run, so I'm definitely going to make sure I get that. So again, let me know if you guys are summoning for her, Lightcones, dupes, all that kind of stuff, what teams you're going to put her on, and yep, that's all I gotta say. Hope you found the guide helpful. Peace out.